So over on Reddit, someone shared this advertisement from the South African Tourist Corporation in the, maybe the 70s? I don't know, she could be kind of modern, but these men's haircuts, that's pretty 70s, right? And the way they talk about the history of South Africa and the US floored me, right? Steep yourself in a history that's not so different from that of the United States. We also had a gold rush in a wild frontier town. Oh, we're playing that game. Hi, I'm Angela. I have a PhD in history and I wrote a book on slavery, so let's go. So I was actually there last month for work and I got to check out a lot of this very American flavored history. So let's dive in. In fact, shall we? I've got a 5-parter for you, but today we're going to do indigeneity. I learned that South Africa also has native populations, right? And those are Black since they are native to Africa. People like the Zulu, the Khoikhoi, the Khoja, who were pastoralists or hunter-gatherers who also experienced European colonial and settler incursion on their land, mass slaughter, ethnocide, right? Just like our native population, native South Africans fought hard to hold on to their lands and way of life. And just like in our culture, South African culture really only talks about a few of the big ones. The average American can only name a handful of ours, right? We have Sitting Bull or Chief Joseph, Sacagawea, Crazy Horse, Geronimo, Tecumseh, and it's the same over there. King Cetshwayo, last king of the Zulu, King Sekhukhune of the Bapedi or the Maratha, Midiki or Mthethwa, or better known as King Langalibalele, Doma Noma Goring Haikwa, who, like Sacagawea, was an intermediary. And in both Native American and Indigenous South African cultures, thousands more led the resistance, though only a handful of people know their names. And the biggest similarity of all is the legacy of this history, right? Both Native Americans and South Africans had to spend so much of their time running and resisting that their cultures missed out on a lot of opportunity, right? Most Black South Africans also now live in either the poorest rural areas of the country or in places akin to reservations. They just call them townships. Legally, Black South Africans can live anywhere, just like Native Americans in theory can, and a select few do have the money necessary to live in nicer accommodations, but just enough for racists to point to when they want to deny the problem. There's so much more to talk about there, but I guess that's already more that can fit on one of these tourism leaflets, right? In part 2, we're going to talk about another very strong similarity between South Africa and the US, slavery. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, find me on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Blue Sky. It's the same exact username.